everybody. Welcome to Burn It Down NASCAR podcast. We're going to take you back to the WWT Worldwide
Technology.
I'm not even sure what
Technology Raceway.
And we're going to get you set up for Sonoma. What a race.
I thought it was pretty good. I don't think the racing was on par to the Coca-Cola 600, but the on-track drama was.
Okay, I'll go with that. I think it was almost on par with the racing at the Coca-Cola 600.
I did like the dive bombing they could do, but I don't think the passing. I'll downgrade it, or just the passing wasn't the same as Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola, they could pass, they could cool up. This one, whoever's in front was in front. Again, essentially.
It was. And I don't want to get ahead of ourselves here because
it was just the initial reactions and go from there.
I thoroughly enjoyed this race. And it wasn't because of the drama that we're going to talk about, obviously. It was an inaugural race, sold out.
Yes, it was crazy good. Yeah, it was crazy good crowd.
It was crazy good. The truck race was good. I do want to stick in there that Portland race with the Xfinity guys. Even though it was all rain, that race was almost the best race of the weekend. That was an awesome.
It was good.
AJ Allmendinger coming from the back of the field more than once.
Going off the track. Everybody slipping, sliding off the track. Like I said, I think the rain was the X factor for it. It was still been an exciting race, but I think the X factor added to the drama towards the Portland race. It was good. Really good, actually. I
enjoyed that race as much as I did.
It reminded me of Coda last year from the NASCAR Cup with all the rain. So I'm hoping Sonoma has rain. So the Cup guys drive in rain. Not a heavy rain, just a drizzle to where it's wet, to where it adds that element. I don't know if it's going to happen. I haven't looked at the weather.
I haven't either. But I just want to say, for the first time in quite a while, I was very satisfied and even enjoying all the racing that happened this weekend. The truck race, and they got this worldwide whatever thing going. It's Gateway.
Yeah.
It's Iowa, whatever. It's in St. Louis, but damn it, it's still the old Gateway, Iowa track. And that race with the Xfinity guys in Portland, I can't say enough how much I enjoy. Normally on an Xfinity race, I'm going to be honest, I kind of turn it on at the beginning, turn off at the end. It's background noise. I was glued.
Yeah.
I was. That was an amazing display of racing. It would. I know I'm probably overstating some things here, but that was awesome. It was a really good race. And then of course we had the Cup guys. And again, I don't want to get into anything before we get to the news end of things, but congratulations to Joey Logano. I thought they said that he was the fastest 1 lap, 5 lap average, 10 lap average, 15 lap
and
average.
The thing was, it pissed me off. If you didn't know him, I had him in my lineup. I took him out because he was the worst one going into stage 3. I took him out.
I kept him.
I took him out of my lineup because and the thing was, he was running on 13th to 14th. He was there all day. I'm like, he just has an average car. He'll be fine. And then I take him out, and then he wins, which is fine. I get to use him later on, as it doesn't take away from one of my points or slashes of using him. But yeah, he won. we can segue into the results. Obviously, Joey won, dominating, not really dominating, but the end of the race dominating. He had a really strong car. Then Kyle Busch, who was obviously upset, mad, crybaby, whatever you want to call it after the race. Kurt Busch is...
He said that he didn't have a short run car. He had a long run car. But still, second place,
he needs to be happy because I'm going to bring up something later. But Kyle Busch, then Kurt Busch, then Ryan Blaney fourth, Eric Almirola, good for him. I had him in my lineup. Martin Truex, Eric Jones, gold star to him. Ross, who finished eighth after his interesting day.
I can't wait to get into this.
Christopher Bell, who did really good. AJ Allmendinger, 10th after not stepping foot in that car. He never took a lap, just jumped in and raced it and got it to 10th. How good is that?
That's excellent.
Then Austin Cindric, Kyle Larson, then Alex Bowman, Justin Haley, then Austin Dillon, then Tyler Reddick, Zane Smith, who jumped in the car for Chris Buescher, finished 17th, which is a really good job for him.
He had some COVID issues, I guess.
Yeah.
But still, even Chris Buescher tweeted out something this week about these cars are hard enough to race if you're used to them, and he gets into it and does a top 20.
Yep.
And never been in one
before. And didn't have problems, didn't, what I'm saying? He just good, good. I think he finished better than Brad, his owner. So Michael McDowell 18th, and William Byron, then Brad, Chase, and here is his 21st, Chase Elliott, and Chase Briscoe, Daniel Suarez. This just down the line. Bubba Wallace, and then Kevin Harvick. He had an accident in 33rd. Denny Hamlin 34th with his incident. Other than that, those are that's the race results. But like I said, Joey Logano, that man, anywhere they go new, he is a very dominant person. If they go to a new track.
He just hung out all day.
He did.
That was the thing. He didn't get up there and fight for it. He just hung out and then took the opportunity.
Yep. Like I said, Kurt Busch even got one stage 2, and I was like, hell yeah, good to him. And then after the stage 2, he had to get tires and was back in the 25th, worked his way back all the way to 3rd, that tells you how strong and good his car was. So, this is just more shitting on Bubba Wallace. He finishes 3rd. Bubba finishes 26th. Like, come on. Come on now.
Let's do the standings. Chase Elliott is in first. You got Kyle Busch.
Barely. Kyle Busch has shrunk his lead to 9 points. Chase has had a bad couple weeks, and it's getting interesting. Even though this doesn't matter, this is just a regular season championship. But still, Chase was ahead by, 40, 50, 60 points, and now it's down to 9. His consistency has gone away. And I don't want to say it's partly mainly his fault, but he's had troubles.
He didn't help himself.
No.
This weekend. Like you said, Kyle's second, Chastain is 3rd, Blaney is 4th, Truex is 5th, Logano is 6th. Rounding up the top 10, you got Larson, Bowman, Byron, and Bell. And I'll go down to the 15th, which is Amarillo, Reddick, Harvick, Briscoe, and Eric Jones, which to me, Eric Jones is the gold star here.
Yep, but here the thing is though, if you look between 16, which is the cutoff line, and 20th, is only 31 points. Anybody can be in that top 16 without the wins, and right now that is Austin Dillon, Kurt Busch, who's already in it with the win, Austin Cindric's in a win, Denny Hamlin in with a win, and Daniel Suarez is 20th with 188, and 16th is 157 out. So like It's
Well, if you look at the playoff standings after Worldwide Technology
yeah,
Raceway, which I don't understand why they don't just call it fucking Iowa, but uh, Chastain is actually number one. Then you got Logano, Byron, Hamlin, Elliot, Bush, Bowman, Larson, Briscoe, Kurt Busch, Cindric, Blaney, and I want to go back for a minute because Chastain, Logano, Byron, and Hamlin all have 2 wins. Elliott, Bush, Bowman, Larson, Briscoe, Kurt Busch, Cindric all have 1. On points, Blaney is in 12th, Truex is in 13th, Christopher Bell is in 14th, Amarillo is in 15th, and Tyler Reddick is in 16th, but he is only 2 points ahead of Kevin Harvick in 17th, and it drops off from there.
yes. If they ended it right now, Kevin Hart would be out.
He would be out, but I still think he's going to be in. What I want to say about this is I heard a lot of jabber this week through Sirius XM NASCAR. And one of my heroes, Larry McReynolds, says there's going to be more than 16 winners this year. I don't buy it. I believe you're going to have maybe 14. I'll give you even 15. And then that 16th spot is going to be up for points. I don't think you're going to have 17 winners where a winner is going to be actually kicked out of the playoffs.
Well,
I just
let's look at past winners that normally get a win every year who doesn't have a win this year. So far, Blaney, Truex, Almirola. He usually sometimes sneaks one in. So kind of Kevin Harvick. That's 3, maybe 4 people.
Dylan sneaks
One in every so yeah. So there's 3, 4 in there. And don't forget Eric Jones. He can sneak one. He's been very consistent. Stenhouse can sneak one. He's very consistent lately. You know.
But Stenhouse is
and Tyler Reddick, who's there, just hasn't done it. So there's.
Oh, I think Tyler Reddick's going to get a win. I really do.
Yeah,
it's
so
just a matter of when.
There's 5, at least 5 more people that can sneak a win in right now. And if that were
and
to
you know Blaney's going to do it. It's just a matter of where and when he's going to do it.
Yeah. So there's at least 5 right there, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We have 11 different winners right now. So if we just add those 5, that puts it at 16. And that's just stretching if they all do. You never know. Kevin Harvick didn't win last year, so he's been struggling. He's been struggling this year. But like I said, Blaney, I would say Blaney's a guarantee. Truex is a guarantee, and I would say Tyler Reddick is a guarantee. So right there is 3. It's just Tyler Reddick. He just had very bad luck near the end. So I think it's gonna happen.
I would add Christopher Bell in that.
He's only won one race, and that's been a road course. So. He's possible.
He's been there too many times. He just learns how to finish.
Yeah.
He needs to learn how to finish.
Yeah, it's there could be always a sneak one. You know, we got road courses always, and AJ Allmendinger, he's racing at Sonoma, which he can win. He won the Indianapolis road course. We still got a lot of road courses this year. We got Indy. We still have Watkins Glen. We have. The Roval, Road America. We still have 4 or 5 more road courses who can throw in a wild, a wrench. So
yeah, but my point would be is you've got Chase Elliott.
Oh yeah,
Hamlin,
those
Kyle Busch.
Yeah, those are all good. Yeah.
Larson. I guess the only point I'm trying to make is I do not believe.
No, I don't think to be 17 different winners.
That we're going to have 16 different winners this year. I think we're going to start having more multiples.
Yeah.
as far as the non-winners, I do believe Blaney's gonna win something somewhere. I believe Truex is gonna win something.
Tyler
I
Reddick.
believe that Christopher Bell is gonna win something, and I also believe that Kevin Harvick. But I don't think that we're gonna get, because that was one of the buzzes on like I said, the podcasts and XM this week was, we're in a possibility where we could actually have a winner not get in. I don't think that's going to happen.
Oh, they're
I
just trying to
really
create
don't.
stories. That's all that is.
I agree, but I just don't think that's going to happen. All right. We did that. We did that. All right, now it's time for gossip. Well, wait a minute. Let's do the fantasy league first. I got you by 3 points.
If I would have kept Joey, and I'd have been fine.
No. Oh no. I took Ross Chastain out because I figured somebody was gonna fuck his world up. And put Tyler Reddick in, which wasn't necessarily a bad thing, but I figured by the time
Chase and Denny was done with him.
Yeah, he was gonna be in the garage, and I shouldn't have done it. But you had 186, I had 183, and again, I don't think Frank's even playing.
No, he keeps forgetting.
It's like, damn it, man! I had him in, I took him out, and I put Ty again. Not complaining. It's just, for the love of God. I did what I did because I just figured by the end of the race, somebody was gonna smash his walk.
I figured Chase Briscoe was gonna come back for how dominant his car was in the beginning, and him losing that tire kind of screwed his day up. But I figured he's gonna get it back together, and he just didn't.
He didn't, and I had him as well. And like I said, as far as for anybody that's watching this, and we appreciate it, we really do.
Watching or listening.
We've got our fantasy league. It's on NASCAR.com. It's the Burn It Down Pat podcast. Search for it. We'd love for more folks to join us. It's right now basically Brian and I. But you got to make decisions. And like I said, it wasn't horrible. But at this point right now, you've got to get yourself set up for the last, say, 5 races in the regular season.
Right now, we have 11 races to go, so you got to start picking mediocre
and that's
picks.
what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I'm going with the outlayers right now and saving the heavy hitters because I'm down on those heavy hitters to 6, 7 races that I can still use them.
Yep.
And then I do believe once you enter the chase, and
the new chase is new. It's new, but it's only like 5. You can choose them 5 times.
That's fine.
Yeah,
that's fine. But because it's a 10 or whatever race chase, so at this point you've got to start branching out, and you've got to start using other folks until, like I said, we get down to 6 or 7 to go, and that's what I've done with my league is got the heavy hitters down to 6 or 7 to go so I can use them to the end. So I've got to use other folks. Not that they're bad people or not good racers, it's just you got to take some chances.
Yep.
And I'm not necessarily gaining in points with my strategy, but I'm noticing a lot of people are falling back because they have been using the big guys, and now they can't use them anymore. So, anywho, like I said, I had a 186. You had a 183. You're still kind of stomping me a little bit.
Only like 100 points or something like that, right?
Not bad. Not bad. I had that really bad week that killed me. On the
Yeah, I'm only 145 points ahead of you, which is you can be technically if I have one bad race, you can kind of be right there. So
yeah. So all right, let's go into. Oh, wait a minute. We got to do a recap. You picked Logano.
yes, I
winner.
did. What did I say last week? I said whenever we go to a new track, Joey Logano is a ringer for some reason. He's done it multiple times. So
You picked him.
yes, I did.
I picked Elliot. Frank picked Blaney. As far as the dark horse, you picked Haley.
Oh, he finished 14th.
All right. I picked Brad K.
He finished 20th. So I win both of those.
And by the way, I want to say that paint scheme
he
had this.
Yes, he has a lot of good paint schemes. I looked at that car. I'm like, he just needs to get that organizational.
That was freaking awesome. That steel green.
Yep.
That
and the silver 6 or whatever on it. Like I said, I like his cars. It's just he is not up to par like he was at Penske, and I blame that on Roush. That's not really on him.
How many careers is and oh man, if Frank was here right now, he'd have a heart attack. How many careers has Roush killed?
Quite a bit.
All right.
So I feel bad.
I do. I mean, I hope he has some influence to turn things
You know what?
over.
Brad actually might win a race coming in Daytona night race, and he, like I said, they were good at Daytona in February, and Fords were so, and he, like I said, he won the duel.
Yeah, but he kept trying to drive through everybody. He's got to stop that.
But he still might be able to win. But his only chance, to me, is a super speedway because he cannot keep up literally anywhere else. He's just that organization is not there at all.
Yeah, but we just proved with what's his face that
Zane Smith, yeah.
Zane Smith took a car that he's never been in,
finished 17th, but still
finished 17th.
I said, yeah, I know. I'm just saying.
I guess my counter argument would be that the equipment is there. You just got to know how to use it.
I think he's still struggling, or that organization is still struggling with this new car.
Okay. And on our bubble watch, you said he wouldn't finish. I said he wouldn't finish.
He finished 26 and he spun out or lost a tire.
Frank said he was going to be top 20, and none of us were right.
No.
He finished, and he wasn't top 20.
I don't know how many laps he was down. I have to lap results. Nope, I don't know. It just says he was running. It doesn't say. I'd have to go to like.
He was like what, 26th or something?
Yeah, he's 26. It just says running. It doesn't say like how many laps.
283. That means he was. Oh, that was points. Never mind. I've got it right here. Anyway,
not wasting
none
much
of
time
us
on him.
were right. None of us were right. He did finish, but he didn't finish in the top 20. So we're done with that. All right, let's move on to some news and views.
Well, let's do them. I want to do this a couple times during the podcast because if people are listening, I want to still shout out. We have a Facebook fan page. It's facebook.com/burnitdownpodcast. And then I have a Twitter. It's twitter.com/burnitdowncast. And if you're either watching on YouTube or listening, I still want to shout out the YouTube. Just search Burn It Down Podcast on YouTube. And also for anybody listening or watching, like I said, I made an RSS feed, which means we're available on any audio podcast available. Like I said, we're on Spotify, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Samsung Podcast, Pandora, and Google, which are the main ones, but we're pretty much on all of them. There's some other ones. All you have to do is search Burn It Down Podcast, either on the search bar or go to the podcast section, then search and just search Burn It Down Podcast, and we'll pop up.
That's awesome.
So it's not hard. Like I said, it's just, we're not obviously a big one, so we're not going to be on like any main page at the moment. It's just, but you still got to search for it. Like I said, they don't have a NASCAR or racing segment or a subcategory, so I'm under sports entertainment. I think there's like cars or auto mechanics, so like we're like in between a few things, but it's getting there. So I just want to, let everybody know we're on every audio podcast there is, and then we're on YouTube. If you want to watch the visual, get to know who we are, our face, and, we're just a bunch of normal guys. And one other thing is the NASCAR, I think you shouted out too, Fantasy League. Just search Burn It Down Podcast, join it, and I think it'll just carry over your current stats over. You won't start over. You'll just carry your thing over. So
from wherever you're at.
Yeah, so just join if you can. I had one guy following me on Twitter. He's a big NASCAR guy. I followed him back, and he was all into it. So, I just want to shout that out. I'll do it again at the end of the podcast. I meant to do it at the beginning, but I forgot. But I just want to notify and just keep that going so we can just get followers on it. And I just want everybody to know that what's going on.
And again, I want to give you a shout out and a thank you for all the hard work you've done. Because you have. I mean, I just sit here, drink beer, and talk. You are the one doing all the work. So,
and behind the scenes, I'm trying to get a new podcast overlay made or worked on because this one's kind of rudimentary, but we're going to slowly start seeing upgrades in time. So make it visually more appealing.
And one of the things I want to iterate, we're not here to try and make money. We both got jobs. We both got lives. We just enjoy this sport, and we have a certain take on things, and we just enjoy talking about it. We're not here to try and kill anybody or
ruffle feathers,
down,
piss people
we're
off.
Just honest about what we think.
And the thing is, with the media today and NASCAR today, I think if they're like, I don't say in bed with NASCAR, but associated with them, they can't say certain things or be afraid to get in trouble. We don't have those restrictions of, naughty. So we can pretty much say anything we want, regardless if it's right or wrong. So like,
and we'll call a spade a spade. I wish we were on the air a year or two ago when the Bubba thing happened with the whole thing, because we'd have had a lot. But anyway, your point is well taken. We are. I just left a national website that I was writing for because I didn't like what they were trying to tell me what I could and could not say. And this is like the second or third time this has happened. And I don't care.
Yeah.
If you don't like what I got to say, then I don't have to work for you. Mm-hmm. Especially when you're not paying me.
Yeah, when this is no money. Like
so all right, let's move on from that. I appreciate what you said. That was awesome. One of the first things I want to tick off as far as the news and views type of stuff is it came out this week that Kyle Busch is not happy. He was told that he could not race and do the double, the Indy 500.
Oh, really? I know. I heard that. Yeah, they told him no straight out. Yeah, I did hear that. Something like, but I didn't read into it. But I heard that.
I wonder if this is going to factor in.
Oh yeah, go to Tony Stewart. He's done it. Yeah, man. Haas will put up the money for an IndyCar. Hello.
You read my mind.
Come on.
I have said it before on many previous of our podcasts. I don't think the issue is with Toyota.
No, not Toyota's
I
already
think
publicly
they
came
will
out.
give that man damn near everything he wants and then some. I think the issue is with him transitioning everything, including his truck team.
That's another thing
over-
right there. I think is why Toyota doesn't want him to go, because Kyle Busch Motorsports pretty much runs the truck series, and if they go
Yes.
in Toyotas, that they're done in trucks pretty much. Like the dominating force will go to Ford, you know, and anything he does.
When that leaked out this week, and I don't know whether it was Toyota or whether it was Joe Gibbs or who it was, but he let it out that he was literally told no.
Yeah.
And I'm like, ooh, the puzzle pieces are starting to come together here. And as of today, we are at June 8th. He still hasn't inked the deal.
Neither has
to
Tyler.
stay with
Neither,
Toyota.
neither has Truex. Truex said next couple weeks he's going to do his too. He's going to announce whether he's staying or going.
I believe there's going to be
A shakeup.
three openings at J.
GR.
Gibbs Racing. I really do. I'm at the point where I believe Kyle Busch is leaving. I believe Truex is going to retire. And I believe Hamlin is going to go over to 2311 as a third team. I'm not saying he's kicking anybody out of the seat. If they can get that third charter, I think he goes over there.
Truex.
I think, and I've said it, I don't know, to ab nauseum, that I think that Kyle Busch, I know it doesn't look that way right now, because of course Toyota coming out and saying they're going to do whatever they got to do to keep Kyle Busch. I still believe he's going to end up at Stewart-Haas next year in Amarillo's car. I really do.
I don't want him to go into don't get me wrong, he can go into those cars. I want him to bring a new number to a fame. I know the 18 was already famed by Bobby Labonte and whoever else, and the 10 and was Danica and 41. I don't want him to go in the 41, which I think he's gone too, Cole Custer. But I rather just him retire the 10 and be like 81 or something. Bring in a new number. Give him a new number. Let him start fresh. But he can be the 10 or the 41. But yeah, I think Cole Custer's out of the Stewart-Haas too. That dude has not performed at all.
You got any ideas of what you think's going to happen there?
No, I heard a stat that dude hasn't finished top 20 in like a year. I have no idea how close that is, but I heard something. Don't quote me on that, but he has not performed when everybody else around him is. Cole Custer, I think, gone out of that car. I don't know who's going to take it. It could be Brian Priest for all I know, because he's still one of the reserve drivers. Priest could take the 41,
right.
And obviously Kyle Busch could take the 10. The 10. I don't get me wrong.
And I like your idea about getting rid of the number and maybe making, be a. I mean, I know Kyle Busch has got a lot of baggage. But man, I'll tell you what, in the last year or two, with all his doings with his kid and the publicity that's generated,
Yep.
He's got a real chance here to rehab himself. And I still want him to get out of the car and do the bow and say F you to the crowd.
Well, if you didn't see the day, he's racing the trucks this weekend at Sonoma to get a little bit more reps in. He's racing the trucks, and in one of his trucks, it's a Yahoo-sponsored truck. So people are willing to sponsor him. That's his car, trucks. That's not Joe Gibbs.
One of the things that Tony Stewart and Gene Haas are going to require if you come over here, you got to bring the money.
Oh, he's going to.
And he'll bring the money.
He's going to bring, if they announce that he is not coming back to Joe Gibbs, do you understand the ripple effect and media coverage that's gonna bring. Just they'll be like, "Oh,
it's gonna be an earthquake."
It'll draw sponsorships alone. Now it won't be a M&M's where it's a whole season long type thing. I don't know. It won't be a big corporate. It might be a big. Who knows? But like he'll have sponsors. It'll be kind of like a William Byron where he's got Raptor and he's got DuPont and he's got all these 3M and Valvoline. It'll be multiple sponsors, but he'll find he's not gonna not race. Like he'll find somewhere if he gets out of that car.
I'm gonna stick to it until the day it's not true. I believe he's going to go.
Yep.
To
Stewart-Haas. Oh,
that's where I believe that. And again, I said it in the last podcast. I don't think this is a problem with him and Toyota. I believe this is a problem with him and his truck team and switching everything over to Ford.
Yeah.
And then you throw in the monkey wrench of the rumor that Stewart-Haas might be going to Dodge.
Yeah. That's another thing too. You just said that. Like, if they're going the Dodge, holy shit! From Toyota to Dodge and everything, Kyle Busch goes. Shit, Dodge might just sponsor him for all put him on it. Chevy was on the 42 of Ty Gibbs, and Ford was on Almirola this weekend.
Yeah.
So that's another.
I think there's a whole lot of crap that is going on.
Oh, we don't even know
behind the scenes that you and I and even the mainstream dumbass media in NASCAR has no idea.
I think in a month or two, we're gonna have so much to talk about we can't cram it in an hour.
Oh well.
I'm just saying, there's gonna be so much shit happening because once it gets close enough to the playoffs where that driver ain't gonna make it, that's when news is gonna happen where they're getting kicked out or they're losing rides or this and that and.
Oh, that's when silly season will kick in.
Yeah, and I think
but I still whatever. Like I said, all the parameters that we just laid out, all the stuff that's possible. In the end, I will stick to my prediction that Kyle Busch will be racing for Tony Stewart next year.
In a Dodge, call that.
A Dodge, Ford, I'm just saying. And by the way, Tony's going to be in the booth this weekend.
Yes. Yeah.
So, all right, we killed that. Now, we covered AJ. Huh?
I want to do another little thing Kyle Busch was talking about. When they go back to Martinsville testing, I don't know if you saw, he's protesting, I guess is the best word, to take out the undercarriage and diffuser for testing.
Oh, yeah, they're talking about that. Not only Martinsville, it's Bristol. Richmond.
They were just talking about taking the diffuser out. I don't know who it was. I can't remember, but I know the Kyle Busch interview said, no, I'm protesting to get the whole underbelly and diffuser out of these cars for the short tracks. Testing, because he is testing, and he's like, I want to test it without it and see how it goes. Because they were just talking about the diffuser. I
didn't see the whole thing as far as the underbelly.
Oh, he wants the whole underbelly. He wants the whole underbelly and diffuser gone to test it. He's like, I'm testing it. Why not? Let's see how it goes. But yeah, he wants. Yeah. So I'm hoping they do, because apparently the diffuser was actually there. Like NASCAR was like, okay, yeah, we'll try it. But he's like, no, I want to go further. I want to take out the underbelly too with it. So I don't know if that's going to happen or not. So that's another cool thing, I guess. NASCAR is listening instead of nope, we're just sticking to the diffuser and underbelly for because the racing's been shit. Like we went through that spell of horrible racing because of it. So,
well, if you had more than one flat tire, you were stuck on the track.
So, I don't know what's going to come of it. That's just came out that Kyle Busch and others are all protesting to get rid of the diffuser and get rid of the underbelly for the short tracks. I think under a mile tracks, essentially, is what they want. It's pretty much all short tracks.
I love it.
So we'll see what happens. But yeah, that came out this week too.
Okay. And you're right. I didn't see the whole underbelly thing. I saw the diffuser part.
Yeah.
And I know we've already talked about this, but I want to once again give a big shout out, kudos. You are the man, AJ Allmendinger at Portland. What that man did at that track on his own. I mean, after having a horrible start, going off track several times in the rain to come back and win that race, I cannot say enough about the man's talent.
I hope he gets
and
the
I just
16
want him,
car next year. Like he actually goes full time in the Cup 16. You know, that's a
I
part
hope
time.
so. I mean,
I think he
but
deserves
you know,
it.
he was there before, and maybe he's matured, maybe he's learned, and he couldn't support it the last time he was in. But you know us, we'll call bullshit when there's there, but I want to also give kudos that are deserved. And what he did at Portland was just almost unbelievable.
Yep.
It really was. All right. What'd you think of Kenny Wallace in the booth?
Honestly, he was a straight shooter from what I've seen and heard. There's a lot of, like, I was on and off because I had summer, but from what I heard, he was calling out a lot of bullshit in the booth to people too. I don't know exactly what, but I forgot his name. Mike, not Mike Joy, but whoever is the main guy there, they were talking, and he would call out their bullshit. So like, I didn't mind Kenny being there. Michael Waltrip, not so much.
I actually enjoyed him in there.
Yeah.
My number one vote would be obviously for Tony.
Well, yeah.
My number two would be for Jamie McMurray.
And he was an announcer for the Xfinity race, and I like that. So he was there. They're giving him airtime, which is practice, which I think they're actually going to announce either the end of the year or whatever that Jamie McMurray. I'm hoping Jamie does.
But I didn't mind, and I've never been a Kenny Wallace fan. Okay, but I actually enjoyed him being in the booth this weekend. I really did. So let's attack the monkey. Ross Chastain.
Mm-hmm.
And I am becoming a big Ross Chastain fan. Did he make a mistake?
Yes.
I agree.
Absolutely.
Was it malicious?
No.
All right.
Not at all.
Was the repercussions appropriate?
To an extent. Like what Chase Elliott did and he was done, one time and done, yes. What Denny Hamlin did, he haunted him pretty much the whole race.
Denny Hamlin, in my opinion, should have been parked. Per NASCAR rules. He was out of line. He was over the top, and he was out of control.
Yep.
Was he pissed? Sure. I don't think what happened with them if you look back on that video, Hamlin actually wiggled going into the corner. Was Chastain have a full head of steam? Sure he did. Did he not get woed up quick enough? Okay. But did he mean to run into Hamlin?
No.
No. But if you look at the replays of that,
Denny's got a hot
Hamlin,
head, very hot head.
He wiggled. He kind of lost control a little bit going in. And for him to have the attitude, and again, you and I have talked before, Hamlin's got a checkered past. What he did in the aftermath with the blocking.
Literally running him down the track almost into the grass.
And then NASCAR should have parked him.
The
They should have just said, you know what, you're done.
NASCAR,
It
from
was-
what I understand, the first time Denny, when he ran him into the grass, almost into the grass, and going into the turn, NASCAR apparently came on the radio and says, okay, he understands your displeasure, end it, stop it. And he kept doing it. That's when NASCAR said, all right, you're black flagged until, you're done. That's what they should have done. Now, why they didn't, I think they did it because it was ratings. It was TV. It was good this, good that. He just didn't crash him. I don't know why they didn't. Maybe because he didn't hit him, didn't touch him. But what Chase did was honestly the appropriate.
100%. Chase wasn't happy. It was an accident. He paid him back. It was over with.
Chase showed his displeasure, like, motherfucker, like, what the hell? All right, well, I'm going to show you that I'm not happy, because he really can't, besides a finger. So you show him its displeasure. Now, Denny bloody hounded him the whole race. Ruined his day. So,
and he still had a top 10.
Yeah.
So Denny, who looks like the ass.
But Denny came out at the end and says, "Well, I still got to pay back to him. It's gonna happen when he's gonna least expect it." So Denny still has one. He thinks he has one coming. And what I respected most was Ross. He took 150% blame. He says, I was going in hot. I had time to reset on every restart, and I kept messing up. That is not me. I am so sorry. He apologized completely. He owned it completely.
Absolutely
either he's going to save his ass and you're not getting crashed later on in the season. I don't know what it was, but he looked sincere. He looked sad. He looked pissed off at himself. Now, I don't know if it's going to happen. I don't know if more is going to come or not of this. It's the Joey Logano, William Byron thing. Now is Ross Denny. So I don't know what's going to happen. But Ross owned it like a man. It wasn't like a Joey Logano back in the day, Joey. I don't want to say current day, but back in the day, Joey Logano, where he was getting in front of everybody. It was Clint and everybody. And so I don't know what's going to happen of it. But I was very... Like I said, I don't think Ross did it maliciously. I just think he was coming in hot, new track. He doesn't, he wasn't, enough for him, and he took it like a man. He took everything is my fault. I'm sorry. So I just don't know what. I don't know what's gonna happen with.
What does Denny Hamlin want? Really? He tried to fuck up his whole day.
Yeah.
He kept at it. He wouldn't quit. NASCAR had to finally step in.
Yeah.
And tell Hamlin, quit.
Yep.
How many times did he, 2, 3, 4 times that he tried to impede his progress, and the man still finished top 10?
I'm sorry. If I was Ross Chastain, after the first time, okay, I get it, you're mad. If I came back around him again I think Ross was afraid to pass.
Punted his ass.
Yeah, that's what I would have said, if you're slowing me down and getting in my way, fine. I would have got behind you. I would have really punted you then. I would have. I'm sorry. I understand you're mad. You did what you did the first time, but you don't need to do it again. I'm sorry. You need to let me go. And
I got the message.
I got the message. All right. Now, when he came back around again,
did you hear the audio where his team came on?
Said punt him.
No. Well, that too. But NASCAR told Denny's team, he's got the message, and Denny laughed.
Yeah, they think so, or something like that. Yeah, I heard. Yeah.
If I was on Chastain's team, I'd have said, okay, game on.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well, Justin Marks, he is. Justin Marks is, hold on, let me look him up real quick. Justin and Denny went at it. On Twitter.
I saw some kind of Twitter exchange.
He says, I'm here all for it. And Denny Hamlin's like, you don't know what you're talking about, or some bullshit. I'm trying to find the exchange.
Yeah, Justin Marks is not going to back down.
Yeah, I think Denny was talking stuff, and he goes, "I'm here all for it," and Denny just replied, says, "You don't want this," or some bullshit like you don't know what's going to happen and stuff like that. So Denny's still pissed a couple days later. So I don't know when he's gonna do it, but I think he is, and I think it's gonna cause, NASCAR to get involved, like the Kevin Harvick, Chase Elliott last year type shit. But yeah, Justin Marks, he's
I
fueling the
know
fire.
I'm going to put it very simply. Did Ross screw up?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a race car. Everybody screws up. Hello.
Did Denny try and make it his point known? Sure. Same as Chase Elliott did.
Yep.
End of it. Done.
Yep.
Hamlin wouldn't freaking quit.
Well, then he did the same thing to Stenhouse when he spun out Bubba and whatnot. So he got behind.
Yeah, he went after Stenhouse. I never forgot about that.
And then he went after Stenhouse and got behind him. And Stenhouse is fucking funny. I think he said the same thing about Kevin Harvick. He says, "Oh, he doesn't know how to drive anymore." What he said or some bullshit. But yeah, so he went after Denny Q because of what?
I was shown this weekend with Ross. And again, I'm becoming a big Ross fan. I really am. If Hamlin tries to go after him, I promise you, Ross will come after him and then put a fucking watermelon on his windshield. I know this is the big elephant in the room this weekend, or this week. I understand that Hamlin is irritated. I understand that Chase was irritated. I have so much more respect for Chase, the way he handled it, and then said, okay, we're done.
Yeah.
I showed him. Hamlin won't let it go.
Yeah. Like a little
and it's
kid.
like, dude, shut up. Just let it go. You're done. You showed... When he, the second or third time, was impeding Ross Chastain's, and he was waiting for him. Even the broadcasters on TV.
Yeah, we're like, oh, yeah.
He's waiting on Ross, trying to impede his progress. NASCAR should have pulled his ass off that track and parked him. I won't say the first time, because you're, again, sending a message.
Yep.
But the second time, you're done, dude. Bye-bye.
Yep.
Get out of here.
Yep. Like I said, the second time, because Ross didn't pass him right away the second time, because I think he was afraid he was going to get spun out and whatnot.
Oh, you saw him going over
so,
the track.
So if I was Ross, and after I got notification that NASCAR told him to stop and, whatever, I would have said, "Hey, NASCAR, he's not stopping. I'm spinning his ass out, and I'm letting you know. You got a 1 minute time. You got 2 laps or a lap to let them know I'm spinning his ass out. If you don't get out of my way, I'm crashing him. That's what I would have said. I
hit and move right front, left, rear. Bye bye.
I'm sorry, he's a bigger man than me because after, like I said, him hold him up a few laps like that, I would have said, if he knows, I'm crashing him, so he better move. If he really wants to be pissed.
He's still finished in the top 10.
Yeah.
How you like yourself now, Denny? Dumbass.
I think Denny got a hot head after the Coca-Cola 600 win. I think so.
Yeah. Well, Denny's good. He's not good enough to do that. I know we're getting close to it. We talked about, Chastain, he owned it. And that gave me a lot of respect for him when he got out and said, I screwed up. I don't know why I do this, blah, blah, blah. It's called competition. But I want to, real quick, stage 1, Austin Cindric. Stage 2 was Kurt Busch. Of course, we have Logano was the winner. But it was a...
Go ahead.
It was, I loved that race. I really loved Gateway. They can call it worldwide technology or whatever they want to call it. That's Gateway. It was on the Xfinity schedule for a very long time, and I don't know why they took it off, but they did.
Before we continue on in Sonoma, there's 2 things I want to talk about, or say, a little bit about is Carson Hocevar, his truck crash where they had to, ambulance him out.
Oh man,
that was a hard hit. From what I found out or they haven't really announced anything. Last I knew, I think it's a broken foot, but he took a hard hit into the driver's door. And then Kevin Harvick, his rotor exploding or whatever, spinning his car the way he hit too. He hit hard. So those two guys, I'm glad they're all right.
Yeah. Kevin Harvick said that was one of the harder hits he's took in a while.
They were saying the brake pressure of these cars were that of a road course hairpin turn. And I think his rotor got too hot or something exploded because you heard it. It goes bang, and it wasn't a tire, so he thinks his rotor exploded and locked up the left front, and the way he just hit the wall, it was a hard hit for him. And you could see it when he sat in the car, he just sat there and he was just getting his wind back. So I just want to say, good for him. Glad he's all right. And same thing with Carson Hocevar, I think. Hocevar. His truck crash. Hocevar, yeah. Carson Hocevar. His truck crash where I think, from what I understand, it's a broken foot or fractured foot. Something with his foot. So.
That was a big hit. That's a fact.
Yeah, it lifted his car up. If you really want to go more news, Haley Deegan can't race in Xfinity because of lack of sponsorship. So they had to take some races off her schedule.
I'm over Halen Diggy. Haley Deegan, Haley, whatever her. I'm done. I'm sorry. She's another
Danica.
Yes. I'm not impressed. And just because she's easy on the eyes doesn't make her a subject. And I'm done with it. I see all the pose, and right now, give me a minute. I'm trying to pull up Sonoma. But I wish she could do better. I really do. But I'm done with all the hype. To me, like you said, this is just another appearance. It's not on talent. It's not on results. It's not on anything that you've done. I'm tired of the identity politics, okay? I'm all about race results, and
I saw a video. We can go past that. I saw a video on TikTok where how they did the infield, and because they made it a whole. They're making it a spectacle, which it should be. And you know how they're doing the announcements. The drivers on the infield, and they high five and go through the lines. There's a guy recording. He goes, "Hey, Bubba Wallace, you can't spell wall without Wallace." Oh, I laughed so hard. It was great.
All right. I got to get and I do want, hang on. I got to be respectful here. Frank thought it was a great race, a lot of racing, a lot of bumping. It was hard to pass, but I think that added to the drama. I don't know what Ross. Oh, wait a minute. I don't know what he was thinking, but I don't think Ross meant to hit Denny on the chase. Elliot, Ross got squeezed up into him, and I agree with that. That was 3 wide going into chase, but of course he didn't. And he's talking about Sonoma, Win Ryan Blaney, and Dark Horse Allmendinger. So we'll get ready for Sonoma. Let me make my chart here.
And I looked at the weather for Sonoma. It's gonna be sunny. It's gonna be hot.
It's hot here.
Sonoma, at least for the
Jeez.
forecast on Sunday. Holy crap. Saturday, Friday and Saturday for qualifying and practice can be 100 degrees and 93 degrees. And then Sunday for the racing be 75. So that's actually going to cause different car setup problems, but no rain. So
Pulled up some stats here for Sonoma over the last 10 years, and this is want to give proper credit. Racingreference.info. And what I pulled up was top 10. Kurt Busch has 8. Kevin Harvick is 7. Truex and Kyle Busch has got 6 each. Logano and Hamlin are 5. Biffle, he's not going to be there, I don't think. Blaney and Elliot are 3. Amarillo. Let's go to average finish. Let's do that. That's always a good indicator. Whoa, that didn't. Come on. You can do that right. Your best average finisher over the last 10 races is Kurt Busch. 6.4. Harvick is 9.6. Logano is almost 11. Kyle Busch is 11.3. Eric Jones, 4 races, 12.8. Truex at 13.5. I'm only going to go through the top 10 here. Chase Elliott. Did you know Chase Elliott has never won at Sonoma as the road course ace? His average finish is 14.4. Keselowski 14.8. Hemrick, well, he's only had one race, 15.0. Suarez is 15. So I'm not gonna go any farther than that. But Kurt Busch for the win.
Chase Elliott, I'll say he's gonna come back finally and have a good week. I think Chase will be the guy to beat him, to beat.
And your dark horse, which is 25 or below.
H.A. Allmendinger, hello.
Below.
Yes. Ricky Stenhouse, Ty Dillon, Cole Custer, Harrison Burton, Gilliland, Keselowski, Corey LaJoy.
I'm going with William Byron.
Who? Oh, who? William Byron? He's not our top 25. William.
I'm looking. Oh, okay. Hang on.
Yeah,
You're
you
right.
did something wrong.
I've got to go back to. I've got to go back to the stand.
Like I said, I called them out for you. Stenhouse, Ty Dillon, Cole Custer, Harrison Burton, Todd Gilliland, Brad Keselowski, Corey LaJoy, Cody Ware, or BJ McLeod. Those are the
I'm
only
going
options.
with Keselowski.
Oy. Like I said, he has really, really pretty cars. Just can't do anything with them.
His cars are awesome. That car he had this weekend, that thing was sweet.
Yeah, he had a lot of.
That was so pretty.
He had a lot of really cool cars.
Too bad he can't put them in victory lane.
Yeah.
All right. You got anything else? I know you wanted to tout everything again.
Yeah. I was thinking about any other news, but there's really nothing going on. This Sonoma's looks to be hot and dry. Hopefully, the road racing is gonna be good. Like I said, if it's the road
And they
course,
got rid of the chute. They're
yeah. So we'll see how it goes. Like I said, it should be a good race. Road coursing is always a hit and miss, but we'll see how it goes. But I think it's gonna be all right for a race. Other than that, I don't really have anything. I think we're good. But like I said, I do want to do the shout out. Like I said, if you guys are watching on YouTube, we have an audio version. So if you're on the go, in your car, on a jog, wherever you're at, you can go, on any audio platform, podcast, whichever. We're on Spotify, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Samsung Podcasts, Pandora, Google Podcasts, any one of those. Just search Burn It Down Podcast, and it should pop up. If it's not under that, search under the podcast tabs, and it should be. Like I said, I've searched all of them to make sure they pop up. They do. You can't leave comments on that, so if you have a Twitter or a Facebook, search Burn It Down Podcast, and on Twitter it's Burn It Down Cast. And if you go to the YouTube, Burn It Down, just search Burn It Down Podcast on YouTube. Comment if you have an opinion on the race or predictions. We want to talk about it. We want to bring you in. We want to incorporate you guys. Like, I would love to have like a little section, talking about it. So I know we've gotten a few listens this past week of just because I just set it up. So if you're there, watch. If you want to comment, I can bring, like, if it's an interesting topic or opinion, talk about it. I'd love to.
And I'm gonna say her straight up. If there's somebody out there that wants to get on here and talk with us, if they've got an opposing view, if they've got some kind of angle that they want to get through, hey, come on.
Yep.
Let's talk. We'll bring you on here. We don't care. We're not getting paid. We don't answer to nobody.
Yeah.
We do what we want to do. So if there's somebody out there that wants to get on here with us, we'll bring you in and we'll listen to you and we'll talk about it.
Yeah, other than that, like I said, we're just pumping these out. Like I said, we're every Wednesday night. Like I said, as soon as we're done recording, I upload. And then it's good to go. So you have, like I said, there's multiple ways to listen now. It's not just one avenue of YouTube. So it's like you said, you can look on your phone. Like I said, it's real easy. So search Burn It Down Podcast, and it should pop up on any of your music or podcast listening platforms. Like I said, we have a Facebook page where we post a lot of posts or opinions, and like Twitter. Like I said, there's many ways to communicate. You just got to do it. I know we're getting followers and subscribers. It's just no one's really communicating yet. So we're interacting is the best word to use.
We want the communication. We want the interaction. And again, I can't emphasize enough. We ain't getting squat out of this. We're not getting paid. We're just having fun, and we want to have fun with you.
Yep.
And we want the interaction. We want the back and forth. So don't think we're doing this for clicks. We're not doing this for money, because ain't one damn dime got my wallet fatter. Interact with us. Let us know. We want this to be interactional with you guys. And I know I'm talking to a small crowd right now, but we want it to be a big crowd. And I'd love if we could get to some point where every week we have to pick somebody to bring on and talk with us. That would be awesome. But it is what it is right now, and we're building, and we'll just keep doing what we do. And again, everybody needs to understand, we're not doing it for money. We both got jobs, and so does Frank. And he will be rejoining us as soon as he gets his job situation straightened out. But we're not here to be millionaires. We're here because we love this sport. And that's the bottom line.
Absolutely. So if you're out there listening, communicate, follow, and like I said, I know people are watching and listening. Like we get views and I got analytics to know. So I appreciate you guys doing that. Other than that, that's pretty much it. On to Sonoma.
On to Sonoma, can't wait. I love it. I don't know what else to say. Just please, people, talk to us. That's all I can ask is just please talk to us some way, somehow. And we would love, like I said, I can't imagine anything more great than, excuse me, putting that third box or fourth box down there and having a fan on here.
Yeah.
Talking with us. So
I'm good.
I'm good.
All right. Get the music going.